Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reid Nicholson, aka Reid Your Realtor, and I am a realtor in the general West Michigan area. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that you will most likely or actually definitely encounter going through the home buying journey. So let's get into it. Okay, so step one, you are most likely going to want to hire a real estate agent to help you go through the home buying process. So when you're looking at hiring an agent, what I would highly recommend you do or look for in that agent is one, that they have time availability to actually go and show you homes and get you through homes. That's a pretty big one. Two would be their communication skills. Make sure that they're someone who is actually going to respond to you or respond to you within a very quick manner to get you into a home that you might want to see or answer any questions that you might have. Three is their motivation. How motivated are they to do this for you? How motivated are they to get you through homes? And how motivated are they to make this as simple a process as possible for you, their client? And then fourthly would be, how much do they care? And what I mean by that is, how much do they care about getting to know you, getting to know your family, or anything that you may be willing to let them know about you. And in the grand scheme of things, the reason I feel like that's important is because I think it's very important to just get to know your clientele in general, because that leads to being able to either, one, help them find better interests of homes that they might be interested in, or two, even just helping yourself get a better idea of what they most likely would be looking for, what might fit them better that they may not even think of. You are in real estate, you are a realtor, so you might have some better ideas than they may be thinking. So those are my top 4 reasons on what you might want to look for when you are first starting to look for a particular agent in a certain area. Okay, so once you've found the realtor that you want to look for, the next step in the whole process is actually looking and going for house hunts, going on house hunts, or looking for new homes that you potentially might want to buy. Now, once you either find or get sent a home that you like, whether you found it on your own or your realtor was sending it to you, either way, however you come about finding this home that you want to go see, that's when you reach out to your realtor. He will schedule the showing, he or she will schedule the showing for you, and then they will set a time for all of you, anybody who's in on this buying process, to go out and actually meet at the home, go through it, and hopefully, if the agent's doing their job correctly, they are also bringing a bunch of information about the home that's not just common knowledge most people would know about. So that's kind of the next step, is actually going to look at homes. Okay, so now you've officially been on the house hunt for X amount of time, and you finally think that you found the one that is your dream home, the one that you see yourself living in for the next foreseeable years, foreseeable future. Awesome, congratulations. Here's your next move. One, your agent should be running comparable homes in the neighborhood for the home that you're interested in putting an offer on, to determine if the price they listed it at is a good price to offer. Two is talking with the listing agent to confer with him and kind of see if they have any other offers in hand, what the attention's looking like, how much interest is there. That's going to really gauge and help with price points on what you actually offer or put in your offer. And then lastly would be calling any pending deals that might be in this near area. This will give you, again, just another better idea of the interest in the area and how many other potential buyers you might be competing with to actually get this home, especially within the market we're in right now, beginning of 2022. That's what you can look for in submitting an offer, and that's where you want your realtor to really help you and give you some better knowledge on. Okay, so you conferred with your realtor. You got the gist, you got the research, and you got the numbers in on what you're going to put in your offer, and you submitted the offer. Now it's time for negotiations. That's where negotiations come into play. You're going to want a strong realtor in this area that has some negotiating abilities, experience, and can actually hopefully either get you a better deal or get you the best deal that is possible for that specific seller or specific time that we're in with the home housing market. Once both sides of the agreement, so the seller and the buyer, have officially came to a agreement on the negotiations and everything's in line, you officially will have an accepted offer. Awesome, you just bought a home. Now, what's next? So once you've actually received that accepted offer from the seller, there's a couple more things that you have to go throughout this process. One of those is the inspections. Now, inspections you don't necessarily have to worry about unless it's a major rundown home. If it's a newer home, you're not going to necessarily need to worry all too much about inspections. But no matter what inspections do is, one, it's paid for by the buyer most times, and it hires someone who specializes in inspecting homes, and it basically gives you the rundown on everything that's wrong and everything that's wrong with the home, and then that tells you what's everything that is in working condition. That's the job of the inspector, and then from there, you have a 10-day period to get the inspector out there and make any adjustments to the purchase agreement. Like, let's say you want the seller to repair this broken water heater that might have not been disclosed, or you didn't know was necessarily broken, but the inspector came back and said it was. Or, just different things like that. If that is the case and you and the seller cannot come to an agreement based off what the inspections have, then you have 10 days from that initial agreement date that allows you to back out once you've kind of received the results from the inspection. It's called the inspection period. So I hope that gives you a little bit better idea of what an inspector does and kind of the period or what goes on during that time. After the inspection period, you have another period called the appraisal. I'm sure many of you have heard of this. Basically, what the appraisal does is it tells, one, it's hired from your lender. The lender, by the way, in the background is doing their own work with you on getting your loan to process. But basically what the appraiser does is, during this period, it's usually about 3 weeks out from the offer acceptance, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 weeks, just depending on how busy they are and how many appraisers you have available in your area. But what basically goes on in this period is the appraiser will go out and he'll assess the value of your home. Now, he assesses the value of your home because your lender actually orders the appraiser to go out, because he's in the grand scheme of things, going to be the one who decides how much the home is worth and how much your loan is going to be for that house. So as long as everything clicks there, you shouldn't have to worry. If for whatever reason it comes in below or over, there's some different avenues that you can go there. I don't want to get into that, but just know that there is some different options if that does happen. And that's basically what the appraisal period is. Okay, so you made it through the appraisal period. It all came back to your liking or where it needed to be for the bank to finish the loan and everything to just be to completion. Now, all you're waiting for is that final day, closing day. Basically what you need is your lender to give you the clear to close, and he'll usually 2 to 3 days after the clear to close, you are ready to go to the closing table. Your agent should be booking the appointment with whatever title company you and your agent decided to use, and book the date. Go there. It's usually on the buying side. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get through all the paperwork, and from there you officially just bought your home. You just closed on it. It's officially yours, and it really just comes down to, do you have possession at close, or did the seller request some time there? That's completely discretionary and between you, the seller, and the agents. Otherwise, I hope that kind of gives you a good idea of what the buying process is if you maybe didn't understand or necessarily know. And I just hope it gave you some more valuable information on what to expect, especially if you're a new-time home buyer. This isn't necessarily just out there for everybody, so I hope this video helped with that. And if you did enjoy watching, I would really appreciate a comment down below of what your thoughts are. And other than that, I do appreciate you watching and hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.